Discreet behavior. Geronda. When we see someone behaving badly, should we try to tell him something? It depends on what kind of person he is. It requires great discernment and divine enlightenment in our time. It is not easy to tell you exactly. In a given case, as I have seen, there can be 500 variables. There are some who can be corrected and others who cannot, and may even react badly to one of our remarks. Especially if someone is an egoist and you offend him, he will react badly. While often realizing he is wrong, he won't give it in because of his egoism. And when our motives are not pure, when our concern for others is tainted with pride, and our love for them is not pure, then those we try to help will react badly. When we censure someone with love, with pain, whether he understands our love or not, the transformation can take place in his heart simply because we are motivated out of pure love. But censuring someone without love, with animosity, will infuriate him, because our evilness collides with his pride and causes sparks to fly, just like when the steel strikes the flint. When we endure our brother out of love, he understands it, even when our evilness is not revealed but is kept inside. He can feel it because it agitates him. This is like the appearance of a devil in the form of an angel, which causes agitation and fear, while the real angel brings a peaceful, inexpressible exaltation. In other words, Geronda, if we say something and produce an agitated reaction, are we acting from egoism? Many misunderstandings occur as well. People interpret the same thing differently. One must always examine oneself. Why do I want to say this? What are my motives? Do I really suffer over this? Or do I want to appear good to project myself? If we are cleansed and purified, then, whether we become angry or we shout or we censure, our motives will be pure and everything will go well, because we are acting with discernment. For discernment is purification, divine enlightenment, spiritual clarity. Consequently, how can egoism enter into that equation? And when our motives are pure, we are at peace. This is how we can distinguish whether or not our every action is good. Often you may not realize that the manner in which you say something to someone has a bossy air. This must be done precisely in this or that manner only. Egoism enters into the picture and the other person explodes. If the motives are pure and there is humility, the instructive remark will be of help to the other person. Otherwise, egoism comes in and has the opposite effect. Remove yourself, your egoism, from your actions, and then you will be motivated by pure reasons. Indiscreet behavior will often do more harm than the irresponsible behavior of the insane, because the indiscreet wound sensitive hearts with her sharp words and will often mortally traumatize them by leading them to desperation. There are some people who behave in the same manner toward everyone, but we cannot fit into a thimble what we can put into a barrel, nor can we load onto an ox as much as we can on a horse. The good ox is for pulling the plough. It's inappropriate to saddle it and load it. The horse again is not meant for the plough, but to carry weight. One animal is made for one kind of work and the other is fit for another. Let's not try to fit the whole world into our mold. Each one of us has his own. Let us overlook a few things when they are not harmful. If it were possible to put all the people in this life in order, then there would be no disorderly behavior and we would have paradise here too. So let's not have irrational expectations of others.